Hello, and welcome to Tuesday's Lunch Break Live, where I share simple, applicable tips you can use today to help you reach your goals and maintain your health and live a healthy, happy life. Today's topic. So this one is something that has come up a lot recently with clients in my transformation group for women. And this is all about recurrent, chronic UTIs or bladder infections. I know many of you suffer from bladder infections, and it can be super duper painful and debilitating, especially if they're ongoing or they're recurring. So today we're going to talk about one thing that you can do and why cranberry juice is not the answer. And I'll go into that here in just a minute. Let me introduce myself for those of you who do not know me. I am Kim Clinkenbeard, and I have helped thousands of people over the last 30 years take back their health and reach their goals through fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And today I help women through my mind and body transformation program do the same thing. Okay, so let's get to it. And I encourage you guys to raise your hand in the comments if you suffer from bladder infections or UTIs, or if you ever have in the past. And this can happen for men, women, and children. This is not picky. Anybody can suffer from a bladder infection. It's actually a bacterial infection. And we will not get into a lot of grave specific details on this here in this video, but I do want to invite any of you women 40 and over into my transformation program for women only. In January, I'm going to do a master class on UTIs and what they are, symptoms, and there's a range of symptoms, and they change as we age as women. So premenopausal and postmenopausal women, the symptoms for bladder infections change, and it's really interesting what those are and how they present in the older population even. So, and how nursing home populations, 80 and over, how they present. So it's very interesting, but there's going to be a masterclass in January. If you are interested in that, again, raise your hand in the comments and I will send you an invite. But back to the topic. So this is something that affects everyone with a bladder, obviously. And so if you have had bladder infections as a child, you will be more prone to having them as an adult as well. And there's some other contributing factors that can make them more, make you more prone to getting bladder infections. And there's a lot of myths also that we will go into later. But let's talk about really quickly cranberry juice. That has been around for years and years, and I remember my mom drinking cranberry juice because she would have recurrent bladder infections. And there is some science behind cranberries, but not the juice. So let's break this down really quickly. Anytime, from a nutrition standpoint, anytime you juice anything, so a fruit or a vegetable, you strip away all the fiber, and there are a ton of nutrients in the fiber, which includes the peel and all of those things, the whole component of the fruit or vegetable. So when you juice it, you completely change the chemical composition of the food, and you strip away all of the fiber, and the fiber is what stabilizes digestion and absorption, but also your blood sugar. And so when you juice something and you are drinking juice, you are spiking your blood sugar, and you are also not absorbing fully all of the nutrients or compounds of the beneficial compounds of that fruit or vegetable. So you're kind of, one, you're not getting the full benefit, but two, you're increasing another risk by just spiking your blood sugar with that juice. So if it's not giving you the full benefit and you're maybe causing something else, it's not a great solution. There's better solutions. So when you do spike your blood sugar, then it does crash, and that contributes to weight gain, obesity, hunger, and all of those things, right? So we want to make sure that if we are trying to treat a specific illness, that we do it in the best possible way. And so blending is a whole lot better than juicing. So I never recommend juice of any kind. period. I only recommend blending in my nutrition counseling and coaching. And the reason being because it strips the fiber and you don't absorb all the nutrients. However, you want to make sure that if you're blending things, that you blend the whole food, and texture can be an issue. And so if you're interested in my recommendations for blenders that will fully blend the fruit and vegetable to a water consistency, and then you don't have the texture issues with that. I know some people juice because of texture, but there's a way to blend and get it purified or pureed into a water consistency so that it's not a texture issue for you. So let me know, raise your hand in the comment or message me, and I will give you my blender recommendations with discount codes on that. And no, I do not make anything from these recommendations. But cranberries, we are not going to be blending cranberries. We would not be able to tolerate a blended cranberry in our palate to get that down. Okay, so I'm not going to suggest that you blend whole cranberries to try to get the benefits for ongoing bladder infections. What I am going to suggest, though, is that you do take a cranberry supplement. Now, blending, while you do absorb more nutrients, if it's not palatable, you're not going to be able to do that. Same thing with juicing, right? So the other issue with juicing, besides the fact that it spikes your blood sugar, is that you cannot drink enough juice. You cannot eat enough cranberries. You cannot blend and do a smoothie with enough cranberries to get the necessary amount of the active ingredient that helps with the bladder infections. So if you're not able to do that, then you're really wasting your time and you're messing up your insulin and those kinds of things with that. So, and it's not palatable anyway. So the best way to do this, if you're using cranberries, and this is more of a preventative factor, although there are treatments that incorporate specific dosages of this cranberry supplement to treat a bladder infection that you have currently. And if you typically have bladder infections that occur at specific times after specific activities, then there's also a treatment for that. And we'll go into all of that through the master class in January. And it's private in my group. So if you want an invite to that, be sure that you let me know. But the supplement needs to have 30, at least minimum 30 milligrams of PAC, P-A-C, and that stands for, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I am going to try to pronounce it because I'm Texan and it makes it more interesting to pronounce it with my accent. Proanthocyanidine. So we'll just say that was totally correct. And yeah, y'all correct me, but that was totally good. So it's called PAC for abbreviation purposes, right? So you need a certain milligram of that, and you need to take it in a certain way so that you get those benefits and that will help you prevent and get over quicker a bladder infection. So if you want to know the recommended supplement that I recommend my clients, that has been recommended to me, then I will be gladly share that link with you. Raise your hand in the comments and I will send you a message and we will get you the supplement that is going to give you the correct milligrams that you can take to help prevent, but also help treat or get over your bladder infection. Now, there's a lot of other treatments that you may need to do that, and I can recommend a urologist and those kinds of things as well. However, this cranberry supplement is a great place to start. So all of my clients who come to me and they've got a bladder infection, I put them on the supplement so that they are, one, keeping their blood sugar stable, two, not gaining weight because they're drinking juice, which is also bad for your teeth and your gum health, but also they're not able to get enough of the active ingredient that's going to do them any good anyway. So this is a great way to do that. Let me know if you want that information. I will gladly share it with you. And also remember, blend over juice, right? So blending, you're going to get all the nutrients of the food in the smoothie that you're doing, which is the purpose of doing those, right? You're also going to stabilize your blood sugar, which in turn then will stabilize your appetite and control your appetite, and you will get some weight loss from that. But if you're juicing everything, you're doing your body a big disservice. You're spiking your insulin, you're adding more sugar and calories, and you're not getting the full benefits. So spiking that insulin also increases your appetite, and it makes you have those crashes, constant little blood sugar crashes and energy slumps throughout the day. So blend over juice. And then we want to supplement a pill supplement of the cranberry instead of juice, okay, for your bladder infections. I hope, guys, this was helpful and valuable to you. If it was, please like and share it with a friend. Comment below if you suffer from bladder infections and would like the link to the cranberry pill supplement that I recommend. And also, if you are interested in learning all about UTIs, what they are, the symptoms of them, who gets them, how you get them, the myths behind it, treatments and preventative measures as well, and then questions to ask your doctor and how to track those things. It's going to be a big masterclass in January. I would love to send you information. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sharing your lunch with me, and I will see you next week for another live video. Bye.